before, during, and after. And that always comes down to nutrition and lifestyle, period. Right. And again, like I always, when it starts to get overwhelming to think about like all the things we need to talk about there, I think about my 4 pillars of whole body health, which is, are you supporting your hormone balance through nutrition and lifestyle? Are you supporting your gut health, your stress response, your toxins tolerance? And the reality is that these days, unless you're extremely intentional and you're well informed, you are not, because if you're living the way that everybody is that most people are living, even if you're doing all the things that we're told to do from a health perspective, you're not actually supporting those 4 pillars of health. And as they deteriorate, and for each person it's like a unique combination, right? Yes. Between those 4 things, it will affect your hormone balance and your hormone health, and that will translate into having a worse perimenopause experience, a worse menopause experience, right? And so the other thing I have to mention is that going to your general health practitioner, your family doctor, and asking them for support with your perimenopause and menopause, it's like going to your accountant and ask them to help you with marketing. They simply do not have the training for it, and it's not their fault. Just like an accountant is not trained in marketing. Yes, a marketing person needs to know some accounting, but they're not going to be the accountant, and the accountant will not be your marketing. You need to have different people on your healthcare team to provide you with support, and you need to know what you should be asking your family doctor for help with or not. Because if you don't, if you assume that your family doctor, or maybe even the endocrinologist or gynecologist, has been taught enough about nutrition and lifestyle to guide you in that, you are making the incorrect assumption probably 99% of the time, unless that health professional has gone on to do additional training, such as functional medicine or holistic nutrition and those kinds of things, because it's its own category. We got 4 hours of nutrition training in medical school,
But I think most people would not, like what you just said, that is that is mind blowing, because most people would not know that their doctors do not know about the health experience or process that they would assume that that doctor knows about it. And if that doctor doesn't know a lot about it, that they would then refer you to someone who does know. And I think what I hear, certainly, and of course this is anecdotal, what I hear is that people are just, pushed off, or, dismissed, or told, I did the panels and your hormones are fine. Like you're just, everything's going, don't worry about it. And so I think there's a lot of fear to begin with. And then when you're told not to worry about it, and your physician is saying, it's no big deal, or, this is just what you have to go through, I think your symptoms even become invisible to yourself. But you just mentioned gynecologists. Are you saying gynecologists are not in their training? They are not trained on perimenopause and menopause? That doesn't seem
not in the way that you're speaking about supporting it. So if you're speaking about, what kind of nutrition is required for healthy hormone balance, yes. What kind of lifestyle will support your circadian rhythms, which dictate your melatonin hormone, your cortisol hormone, which then influence your insulin, and so on and so forth. No, we're not trained in that. And I did gynecology as part of my residency training. They are trained in a lot of things. They are trained in the anatomy, very detailed anatomy. They are trained in basic hormone sciences. Many of them are not prescribing hormone replacement therapy because they're not trained in hormone replacement therapy and they don't feel comfortable with it. Yes. They are trained in surgical procedures, which requires a lot of time and effort and training, right? Like if you have ovarian cancer, or if you have a tumor, or if you need a hysterectomy, they have every single capacity and ability, and it is profound. However, it is not with